Hello everyone and welcome. I'm ENVP Linda Parker and I'm so excited to be coming to you today and sharing about our new system and specifically about the new host perks. And I just want to start off and say thank you, Jen, so much for all your hard work, and thank you, JD and Home Office, for all your hard work. We are so excited about the new computer system and all that is coming with it. We trust you. We see your vision. You have had this vision from the get-go, and just look at how we have grown in the last couple of years. And you have always said that you bet on us and that you trust us and you bet on the field. And we just want to say we trust you and we bet on you, and we trust your vision for the future of this, not only this new system, but all these new changes that we're doing to grow us into the future. So thank you guys so much. We are so excited about Build for More. We saw such huge success with that. And so you guys, with Build for More, there's a couple of things in the new computer system. There's a couple of things that are changing. And one of those is our current host reward system, as we know, the host reward portal, will be no longer. So everything associated with that program is just no longer available. The host program, as we think about it, it's no longer there. The free gift that comes with that, no longer there. The 3 orders you have to have, no longer there. Just like on the other side, the 125 for 30 in the US and whatever it is that is in your country for consultants, that also is no longer there because it is built into the Build for More. So we are so excited for this, and it is a change, which sometimes we hate that word and we get uncomfortable with that word change. But you guys, if 2020 has taught us anything, it is that we can adapt, we can pivot, and we can grow. And just look what we did with Jean David's vision and with our adaptation and our pivoting, and look at how we grew. So I know we're all excited for this computer change and the things that are happening. So I specifically want to talk about host perks and exactly what that is, what that means, and how it's going to work in your business. So what host perks is they are host coupons. Now, I want to start out and tell you, every IC every month will get 10 host perk coupons. And you can use these however you want. You can, ideally, in my thinking, my intent is these are to reward people that introduce you to their network. So you aren't going to want to just dole these out to 10 people. You're going to dole these out to 10 people that introduce you to their network so that you can expand your network, right? So it could be through group presentations. It could be, hey, if you refer me to 3 friends, I know you love the Healthy Living Program. And so if you introduce me to 3 friends that purchase the Healthy Living Program, I will then give you a host perk coupon. So you guys, you need to know you get 10 a month. If you don't use your 10, they will roll over. Let's say I only use 6 this month. Those 4 are going to roll over into the next month. So I actually get 14. I'll have my 10 I get plus the 4 that rolled over. The other thing you need to know about these coupons is that they're good for 60 days. Now, I will tell you, I probably am not going to tell my host, you have 60 days to use this coupon, right? Because I want her to pick out what she wants, and I want her, or he, and place their order as soon as possible so that they can get their products back and be using them and loving them. And we, of course, we want to get the sales in and keep moving on, right? So although they're good for 60 days, that's just kind of to protect the person that maybe books on the last day of the month, but they don't know what their host order is and they don't get it in time. You can say, that's okay, you can get it in the next day or 2, okay? So that's kind of the details on the coupons. Now let me tell you, what is a coupon? You may be thinking, that's great, I get 10, but what do we get? So I'm going to make it super simple. What a host coupon is this. Now, and you guys, don't make this hard, it's simple. That means when I give Jen's my host, and I give her the coupon code, she puts that code in, and that one order is going to be shopped at my cost, okay, at consultant cost. So basically a coupon equals the host being able to place one order at consultant price. So that means your host could pick anything they want at 35% off. And once they get up to 400, then they get 50% off. So they could get the Build for More at $400 for $200, and anything less than that amount, they would get at 35% off. So they may choose to just get a mascara at 35% off, and they can do that. They may want to get $600 for $300. You know, once they hit that $400 threshold, anything they want is half off. They could go up to $1,200 for $600. So however they want to do it, but simply said that for one order, your host gets to shop at consultant price. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. The other thing is that host will order in their ID. So if Jen is my host and she's a preferred client, so she's going to go into her ID and place her order, and let's say she's going to do Build for More, $400 for $200. So it's over a $150 order, and Jen has a preferred reward in her account. So she gets to take advantage of that and pick a free gift because she already has one in her account, right? Sitting there. Now, because that order is over $150, now she's earned a preferred reward on her next order. So I love that all the same PC perks apply, assuming your host is a preferred client. Now, let's say your host isn't a preferred client. They still place the order in their ID, and you would set them up with a client ID, right? And by using that host coupon, that allows them to place that one order at a consultant cost. So I really love how simple this is and how it works. Now, here's the other exciting thing about this. So not only do they get to continue earning their host perks or their preferred reward perks as a preferred client if your host is one, but here's the other thing. Think about this. They just placed that order in their ID. And if they placed a $400 and they paid $200, the QV on that order is $280. Now, these are US numbers, but the QV is $280. So now I get paid RV and QV on a host order. And in the past, or today, in the old system, I didn't ever get to earn any money on a host order. Although the host was purchasing products, I was not receiving any benefits as far as RVQV. So this makes it a win for the host. So the host can select between, are going to get a discount between 35 and 50%, depending on, again, if 35, unless they hit that threshold for the Build for More, and then it's 50%. Or if they purchase an ASVP, of course, that's 50%. But now you earn RVQV on it. Now, no, some people have asked me, now, Linda, do I earn commission then because she's my PC? No, you don't, because they were your host and they got to order at a consultant cost. So there is no commission on a host order, although it does carry RVQV. So that's super exciting. The other thing that I love about this system is in the old system, I had to have 3 in separate orders and they had to total a certain sales amount before I could reward my host. Well, I don't know about you, but if you've ever done a dud party or a dud event where maybe nobody ordered, or you followed up and it was a month later that somebody ordered, but you weren't able to reward your host with anything, I can still give my host this coupon and they can order. So let's say they decide, and you guys, here's the other thing I want you to think about. When you get this, it's basically ordering at consultant cost, which is 35 to 50% discount. But here's what I've found out. When you just say that, they might only order 100. But if I put together packages and say package 1 as a host is anything you want at 35% off. You get to shop as a consultant for a night. Or package 2 is $400 worth of products or more for 50% off. And you guys, I have been doing my business like that actually for several years. I've had many other MVPs in my organization and Cecilia's. And so we know that a lot of you are thinking, man, my host won't spend $200. I'm going to tell you, I have on average, usually my hosts pick that package and they usually spend, it's almost $200 in our current packages. And so it's like $197.50. So you guys, I feel very comfortable that they will spend that in the future because it's a 50% discount. And what we found too is that because it's 50%, when they go to reorder and they're getting their 20%, it's not such a vast difference that they're willing to reorder again versus an 80% discount if they order through the host portal. So, but we have found that many hosts, a majority actually pick the middle package, which is about a 50% discount, and they spend around $200. And we've been doing it before Arbonne even had these, and actually for the last couple of years, and we've found that a lot of hosts will spend that much. So if that's in your head, I just want you to know what we have found is that isn't necessarily true. They want that 50% discount, and so they're willing to spend the $200 to get the 50% discount because it's a good deal. It's a good deal for them, and it's a good deal for you. So that is super exciting about the host perks and the host coupon. But I've done those dead parties where maybe nobody buys anything, but the host will say, hey, I want this 50% off. You guys, you still walk away with 280 QV in host sales, right? And so even on those nights, maybe she cleaned her house, maybe we're able to do an in-home event, think back to those days, or in the future someday when we get to do that again, right? And they have 280, I'll end up with 280 QVs if just the host decides to take advantage of that 400 for 200. Whereas these days, I don't know if you guys have ever done one, but I've done where nobody bought anything and I couldn't reward my host and I walked home with a 0 day, right? At least this way, the host is still getting a great deal and I walk away with at least a 280 day, assuming she buys the build for more. So you guys, it really is exciting. There's wonderful pluses to it. The other question you may be asking, because I've heard this one too, is, man, Linda, this is really gonna make it hard to book because people aren't gonna wanna book anymore. Again, I and others have been doing this for several years, and I will tell you, we built mostly or mainly through group events, whether virtually or in-home. And we have found that this didn't really slow us down, and here's why. I want you to picture this. When you're doing an event and you're telling people, I'd love for you to host, get a few friends together, you're not telling them exactly what they're gonna get, are you? Because you want them to still purchase that night to help your host, right? So people are saying yes without even knowing what the rewards are going to be. They just know it's a good deal, right? And so think about that. They really are. The other thing I want you to think about is this. If a friend called you and said, boy, I need you to do a favor for me, could you please get some friends together and let me share my business with them? I would say, sure. I'd say, I love your products. Absolutely. I'd love to tell my friends about it. I'm not gonna ask, now, what am I gonna get for this? You guys, so I wanna encourage you, you know what we say, what you think about, you bring about. So if you think this is gonna kill my booking, it probably will. But if you think, you know what, she's right. I never really told people what they were gonna get anyway, not the minute that they booked. And she's right. I would have, if a friend called me, if somebody who sells something called me tomorrow, I'd say, sure, I'll do that for you, right? So I want you to know many of us have been successful keeping our calendars full. Our hosts are happy, we're happy. And let me tell you the last big plus of this. We already talked about how you get QV, but I want you to think about this. So let's say you're doing 2 events a week, and at just one of those events a week, not both, but just one a week, the host says, yeah, I want that half off deal, and they do the 400 for 200. You just added $280 in QV from the host sales without any more work. You already did the work, now you're just being rewarded for it, right? So if you had one host a week that did that, got the build for more, the 400 for 200, that's 280 QV times 4, which is $1,120 in QV in host sales. The host was buying the product to use, right? Now you're being rewarded for it. How many times were you maybe that close to the next level, but you needed maybe 1,000 more in sales? You had it in your host sales, you just weren't getting rewarded for it, right? Now think of it, if you're a leader of a team, have you ever had someone on your team be maybe $1,000 or $1,100 away, and you're like, oh, if you just sell a few more. Well, now with their host being able to count the host sales towards QV, It may just help some of these people get into qualification or earn some of those awards that they're working towards. So you guys, now I want you to think even bigger. What if you had 10 people on your team that had one host a week that picked the Build for More package? So that's 1,120 in additional QB from host sales per person, and there were 10. That's over $11,000 in QB from host sales. You guys, this is a really great program because it's a win for everybody. It's a win for the host. It's a win for the consultant. And you guys, it really can continue to grow your business. So I want to encourage you guys, this is a move forward. I want to again applaud Jean David and Home Office again for all their hard work and for having this vision to keeping us forward facing and growing into the future for the ways that all of us do business, whether we want to do one-on-ones and reward people for referring people, or we want to do group events. This works no matter how you build your business. So in closing, you guys, I just want to say, what we think about, we bring about. If you think, I'm going to pivot, I'm going to adapt, and this is going to be good for business. It's going to be good for my team. It's going to be good for me, and it's going to be good for my host. Guess what? It will be. But if you think, oh, this is horrible, this is the worst thing, guess what? It will be, right? So I want to encourage you. You guys are amazing, incredible leaders. You can adapt and you can grow. I saw you do it last year. And you know what? This is a change for our future. And so we are going to adapt and grow, and we're going to trust JD's vision, and we're going to know that great things can come out of our hard work, and that we're going to continue rewarding our hosts, rewarding our clients with our amazing products. And so we are all so excited for this new user-friendly and all the things we've been wishing for in our computer system. And this is just one of the many enhancements that we will get along with this computer system. So hopefully that cleared up some of it for you. But you guys, keep it simple. Don't make it hard. Put on your marketing hat of what makes those, how to work those host coupons. Maybe it's packages like I talked about. But you guys, use these to help grow your business. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do.